Hey, welcome back everybody. Got game number 2 here in the best of 3 match series between Kas spawning as the red Terran down the 7 o'clock position against the purple Terran, the Goody up in the 11 position. Yeah, we'll give it 11. Here on Test Bug. Now, right now, Goody is currently up 1-0 against Kas. Kas, he went with some early pressure last game, was not able to make any serious inroads though, and had to fall back. Tried to expand, couldn't hold it, and ended up ultimately losing game number 1. So let's go on to game number 2 here, where we are going to be watching these players spawn pretty darn far away. I mean, look at this; they're on opposite sides of the map right here, about as far away as they could probably be. And over here, see Kas. We'll actually use Kas as an example. Main base, actually, very large area. Plenty of places for additional infrastructure. Looking down at the expansion, you can see supply depot there. Not quite as important in TVT, but still pretty nice that it's there. Natural expansion, you can see, has one main entry point right there. Into the main base, there is a rear entry point with actually some vision blocking geysers along the sides of half of that. Moving towards the middle of the map, there are several watchtowers here in the center which are blocked off by destructible debris. You do have to destroy this in order to gain access to those towers. And Goody is going to be expanding, or Goody is going to be exploring rather, right past my next point of interest, which is a high-yield expansion with 2 rich Vespine geysers. Incredibly hard to pronounce, I don't know why. So that is very nice, very attractive, and of course the high-yield minerals themselves, always a great thing to have. So we see both players opened up with the 1 Rax gas standard play. We'll see exactly what they're going to be doing. Of course, Goody here a little bit behind his opponent. We could see about 6 or 7 seconds on that orbital command there. However, difference is, Kas does have another depot going down already. His opponent there a little bit behind on that as well. So we'll wait and see actually what both these players are going to be doing here. Plenty of room for expansion. Tons of space in between the two, so we could see pretty much anything here. I think that if we're gonna see anything, we might see some airplay at some point. We saw Banshees were attempted on the first match in EscGoody Plateau, cross positions. You know, Kas anticipated it. Very smart on his part. So he was well prepared for that Banshee coming in, kind of put that off right quick. But you see, there's a lot more open area on this side of the map here between these two players than in EscGoody Plateau, and a lot more open and free area to run around in. Of course, the minerals here are tucked in nice and tight to the edge of the map right there, so that's good. Marines can get in here and deal with any threats without too much difficulty. But we're seeing now Kas has dropped double gas here. We'll wait and see exactly what he's planning to do with that right now, as he's currently sitting on almost 400 minerals, as he is going to be probably expanding, yeah, dropping that command center right there. So we'll watch and see what he's going to do with that gas as it continues to stockpile. Goody, on the other hand, is going 1 Rax reactor with 1 factory tech lab, so maybe he's going to be doing some kind of marine siege tank push here. I don't know. We'll wait and see. He certainly does have the double gas this time. A little bit of a change from the previous game where he got that second gas a little bit later. So we'll wait. We'll watch and see what both of these players do here. Looking forward to some very interesting tactics. Kas going for those Hellions. Hellions actually very smart on this map. You can see huge distance between the two players. Mobility is definitely an advantage that you want to have. And if he does decide to send out a few Hellions, get him in the base, maybe with the medevac, something like that, he's going to do a considerable amount of damage. And the nice thing about these bases, though, that'll work in favor of Goody is you do have the high ground right here. You can put a siege tank right there and won't have to worry about it coming under too much fire. But now we're having Goody looking like he's going to be moving out with a push that'll probably hit around the 630 mark or so. We are seeing him march down here and reaches about the halfway point. A couple reinforcements on the way as well as some SCVs. Looking up here, 2 Hellions are actually going to come out and they're going to spot this. So we'll actually get a good lineup on the Marines there. Problem is, the siege tank there did some pretty decent damage. Siege tank, of course, has a range of 7 unsieged, so we are waiting for that siege mode to come into play, as the siege tank is actually very close to this top ledge right here. So the Marines are actually going to pop up and try to get some vision of the high ground. But now Goody realizes he's not going to be able to do a ton of damage immediately right there, so he is going to be forced to fall back, and maybe he could decide to construct a building or float one down and use that for vision. He can make an air unit. Looking up here, we can see he does have a starport just about complete. He may decide to throw down a Viking, as there is a second siege tank here. You can see that Goody is clearly committed to denying an expansion, denying exit from this base for Kaz. As we see, he is working on his own air units. He does have one Viking here, good to go. No siege tanks just yet. One is on the way, as well as siege mode. But we see here, those Marines are actually going to be heading back. Nothing up here just yet. But kind of interesting how he's not sending any more stuff down to the containment. Maybe he's just happy with keeping a minimal force there. I'm not too sure, but in the meantime, Kaz could actually be waiting to take this out here in just a second or two. Very good position to do exactly that. And now we see up here, we got two SCVs heading back to base. That's all fine and dandy. 4 Hellions parked out waiting for a medevac. I think I know what we're going to have happen here. I don't want to call it. Don't want to call it as it moves around on screen with 4 Hellions and a medevac, but I think we're going to see a drop. I don't know. Am I stating the obvious? Look up here, we got a siege tank, couple Marines. Yeah, he's already good to go. He should be in a great position to handle this. He could decide to come up here, drop the Hellions way back here, maybe drop them in the mineral line, so that way the splash damage hits the SCVs, but we'll have to wait and see. Those Marines could be a problem as well. But you notice he does not have stem, so this he could actually also be using this as a diversion to take out that bunker and stuff as well. But you see, most importantly, the damage is going to be done here. 2 SCVs already going down immediately. There's that lineup, the token lineup from the runway. Oh man, so many SCVs taking the hits there. Look at all that damage as he is actually trying to tuck himself in to the what is he attacking? Is he attacking his own depot? That was weird. Okay. Well, now then. Anyways, yeah, that was definitely worked out in the favor of Kaz in that he did take out several SCVs. We can see there 10 SCVs, and he also was able to bust out of there as well. So now he's got his expansion. He's going to be floating it down. He's actually got enough energy for 2 mules saved up right there, in addition to the ones that he can drop right here from this command center. And he's going to look like he's going to be going a mech play, which I'm not surprised here. He already has one factory. He's already got the siege tech mode and the infernal upgrade, or the pre-igniter upgrade for the Hellions. So, I mean, he's poised to do a good job with that so far. We'll see. We'll see if he's actually able to pull it off, though. Goody, having successfully contained his opponent for a while, is dropping his own expansion, but it's funny because it's actually later than his opponent, so it's not going to work out too well in his favor. Did a good job with that containment, but he really wasn't able to capitalize on that. Of course, losing all those SCVs, that's a pretty considerable hit to your income, and it looks like a bunch of them are still pretty dinged up there, but not coming under immediate threat. We actually have another dropship heading over here. Okay, now the Hellions actually in tow. I think he's forgetting something. Yeah, there you go. Now he's going to be loading up. Looking immediately to our left, we see siege tank in firing range of pretty much everything here. Now let's actually see. I'm kind of surprised he's landing them here, because he's going to have to run in through the south if he actually wants to do some damage. Plenty of room to... oh man, yeah, those Hellions are going to do a lot of damage. Oh, but they did take out a couple SCVs right there. But the fact that they had to run around that nice structure placement right there, combined with the minerals, there was really no way that Goody was not going to know about that at the time that it came. As far as income goes, 54 to 29 right now, so he has definitely done a good job keeping his opponent on his toes, as plenty of Vikings are actually heading out. You can see 17 workers killed total right now. Income, you can see Kaz definitely has an advantage on that as he double expands, taking the main over here at the 3 o'clock position, and this other expansion right here. We'll see if he's actually able to hold that off, though, as... well, frankly, there's not a lot of, as soon as I say that, tanks are unsieging, maybe getting ready to move out, or could be repositioning. I'm not too sure. All of his units are bunched up right now. 115 to 93. It really does look like Kaz is in such a great position. Having that command center ready, good to go, and having that solid defense against that siege tank pressure really helped him out. He was able to recover from that very quickly, with relatively unscathed. I don't think he actually lost anything to that containment. Anything other than the delayed expansion, but with Goody having not expanded until after his opponent did, it really worked out in his favor for him. So we're seeing actually Goody pretty convinced that he's going to be able to win this, although You see he's got a nice established siege position there, trying to take out that set of destructible debris. Will he actually be able to bust through this, though? I don't know. Kas has a lot of siege tanks. Looking up here, though, you can see it's relatively undefended. Mineral line there, so that is going to be susceptible to a drop. Of course, here's some Hellions coming over here. With the Planetary Fortress upgrade, it's going to make quick work of any sort of Hellion harassment. Well, actually, see, you can see range 5 right there as compared to 6 for these. So Kas has his own Hellion, probably going to have to repair that and kill the other one, which is, despite the fact that it can't actually attack over here, it is still locking down these minerals, so not a lot of problems dealing with that. Yep, sure enough, there we go. And now, as far as the workers go, we can see 61 to 39 in favor of Kas. Expansion still going good over here for Goody. However, the problem for Goody is that he just did not capitalize on that containment, and now Kas has expanded 2 more times than his opponent and is going to be in a great position here the longer we are in this match. Siege tank containment's looking pretty good. Couple turrets as well, blocking off any sort of attempted Banshee push, taking that out. But we see that is not the case right now. It's pretty much just Vikings and siege tanks, a couple Hellions as well, and now we have more Hellions actually getting ready to head out with a few units in tow. Looks like they were actually trying to load up as well. Obviously not going to be the case, though, as we see plenty of Hellions ready over here. You see this is no longer vulnerable, quite able to defend against the Hellion drop there. And up here as well, just the same, we have one missile turret, 3 Hellions ready to guard against another drop here, which we see that's not actually going to come over there, but the Marine right there, Goody's Marine, is going to spot that Hellion drop. Of course, there's one Hellion dropping out to take that right there, and here comes a few additional Hellions. They're probably just going to go ahead and try to get off these mules and SCVs and whittle down this expansion, trying to keep his opponent contained. But look what he's doing in the meantime. Kas is actually pushing out in full force, unsieged siege tanks. He has so many of them. There's nothing that Goody can do about it whatsoever. Goody knows he's in trouble, and there's the GG. Giving Kas game number 2, bringing this up to 1-1 here on the SK Gaming Champions Trophy Series. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to have game number 3 for you for the epic conclusion. And, yeah, it's good. Be sure you check it out.